Morning. I'm going to try and do another wet in wet line and wash watercolor using black acrylic paint, riggers, various tools. I'm using Saunders 200 pound weight, given to me by David Dickinson, which is very nice of him. I just got this rough building here, old broken down barn. So most houses behind used for drying hops. It's easier to do than use a pen. But my hand's not too steady. Typical Kent scene. Okay, so that's the basic drawing there. Now I want to put in some trees, and I'm just going to use this old beaten up brush to catch the high spots. Take that clip off. Just roughing the shape of the trees here. Try to get the shape of your canopy uneven, otherwise it'll just look a little bit stilted like that. Using the brush or the ink as a paint. Well, it is paint, but I'm just sort of painting with it. I haven't put any detail in yet. I'll put the heavier stuff in. Put a bit of a river in. Quite essentially a flat landscape here. And then we'll put in some shading on the oats themselves. They're drying kilns. I don't know if you're heating them, I think it's just air drying for hops. And I do make beer. I love beer, but I make it from kits. It's easy, and it's good stuff. Never used to be. It's always tasted homemade, but but it's so good now. I've really sort of improved it over the years, the quality of these beer mixes. We just have a bit of a dark in there, dark shading. Right, well, I've put some holes in that roof, I think. Or broken down old barns. Most of these host houses now are private dwellings, so they're very des res. The same here. The old hosts. Okay. I want to do a bit in here. Just show the bank here. Some reeds coming down into the water. A little bit of texture. I'm not using the tip of the brush here, I'm just using the edge of it. Just give a little bit of a reflection in there. The trees will be shown, the background trees. And this is quite easy. It's effective because, not because I'm doing it, but because it's this contrast between the black and the white. Show the bank, reflection in the stream there. Alright, we can do a bit more texturing in there with the actual colour. A bit more texturing when we use the wash. Now, keep the brushes clean. I'm just going to do some shortest rigger. Start from the left to right so that I don't smudge. So we'll have. Don't want that too strong because that's distant. Try and lose the bases of these trees. I won't spend a lot of time on the actual painting. I can put some blue in the background of this to show some more distant trees. They look a bit too graphic, those things, but you get quite a thick line with a rigger. The danger with doing this is that you get bored and then you start taking shortcuts like I am. Put some bushes in. Just lose the base of the trees in the undergrowth. Sort of anchors them to the ground. Possibly enjoy it. Right, okay, I'll go to dry this off now. So, headphones off, go. Really had to make sure it's bone dry, otherwise when I wet the paper, it'll pick up some of the black. Okay, I'm going to, shall I wet it all over? Where's my paint? Usual colours, common watercolour, 22 mil tubes, 21 mil tubes of cotton, nice big tubes. So lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey and burnt sienna. Now you can use for anything to draw with. You can use your finger if you can, or fingernail, or a sharpened stick, or a pen, or quill, anything that makes a mark. So let's put in a bit of yellow, and a bit of water, just to bit of blue. Oops. So the mixture of wet and dry, so a bit of shadow, a bit of cloud. we'll put some low cloud in, some bit of blue and a bit of alizarin. Oops, don't want to overdo that. Okay, well I'll put the colours in the river here with a dry brush. Okay, that's the river. Now, while that's drying, I'm going to put in some alizarin and some blue. Bit of sienna in there, I think. Right, while that's drying off, I'll put in some land now. Bit of burnt umber, bit of this, bit of that. Vary the colours in your foregrounds, otherwise it'll all get a bit monotonous. This will be very difficult to do with Fabriano £130. It would just be too light. You wouldn't put up with the abuse that you can inflict on this quality of paper. And this is absolutely fabulous paper, Saunders. So thanks for this, Dave. Let's get some nice light coming in there. Don't want too much sparkle. Oh, we've got some nice darks in there now. Right, flick out some grasses. Okay, now we'll put some texture in the trees. So it's essentially a autumny type scene. So using this number 8 sable. By putting the colour on, it reduces the intensity of the contrast of the black the black ink. But I think I've been a little bit heavy with the ink work and that, but never mind. Oops, sorry. Right, we'll put in some green, ivy, bit of just Payne's grey, lemon yellow, and a bit of burnt sienna. Just get a nice dark yellowy. Going to put in some detail in the background here. Right, let's do the this roof here. We'll treat it as a tile, or yeah, a tile, red. So I'll use burnt sienna for this. All very simple. A nice good bit of red. Sort of made its own way. You can put a bit of a tree just behind here, yes. Don't want the red to bleed into that. I'll do the same here. Right, okay, let's give that a bit of a dry. So headphones off. And I need to put some of these reflections of the distant trees, so we'll do that. I'll just use a bit of Payne's grey and a bit of or a bit of blue as well. Just a little bit there. Go through the oasts. Don't usually use the rounds. I bought them a year ago and I hardly use them. These sables, I bought 2 of these. I'm going there again in a couple of weeks. The last day, Art in Action. Look out for it. Go on the last day. They're flogging off all the surplus materials at really good prices. It's just. Okay, let's get in with the background now. So red and a bit of blue. Oh, I could do these here. So they can be tiled, they can be all sorts of material, but we'll put them in red. Sienna anyway. They've usually got white cowls on, so that the cowl can turn into the wind. Let's just get that a bit of shape there. Okay, now a little bit of on there, then we put some trees in there. So a bit of burnt umber for the flank, but very weak, catching a bit of light. Okay, now just go back to that blue. Okay, well then we've got a nice streaky sky. So I didn't wet it all, it's not a wetting wet. Let's put it in a mount and we'll have a look. Blue mount because we've got a lot of blue sky and blue in the water. There. Okay. So this is just a Kent scene, largely fabricated, made up from composites, riverbanks, collections of buildings, trees. But let's just bring the camera around and take it up to get a better look at it. Well, that's quite a colourful, dramatic picture. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Any questions, ask comments, leave some comments. I could put a bit of dark over the back there, but the background of that would be too dark really, and don't for some distant hills, but that's okay. That's not bothers about that. Very enjoyable to do. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.